Hey everybody, welcome to another Stoneface Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we're here to watch some more Symphogear. We're deep into the second season, and by that I mean we're on episode 4.
Out of
And
12.
before out of 12, and before we
Plus
get
extras.
before we get
Welcome
started,
to
let's go ahead and
Stonefaced
take a look at
Reactions.
some. Oh, Theta, I wasn't ready. But you aren't ready for these comments. Seraph Armoros says, "We've seen the weird purple veins thing before, so that's certainly relevant. You're right,
Hot.
though. She wasn't transformed or anything. Don't know if it's been pointed out before, but the relic that summons noise and Nahustan armor are different relics. Yeah, no, like, one is the Cane of Solomon, which is the one that keeps summoning stuff, and the armor's, yeah, a different
You
one.
have the unfortunate bit of you're reacting to an earlier episode, and we've literally just seen an episode that explained it to us, so it's just an unfortunate timing when it comes to
Yeah, it's all it
comments.
comes down to. Continuing with their comment, the job of the soldiers is literally to get the noise's attention so civilians can escape to shelters. This is basically the standard strategy for dealing with the noise, as eventually they just disappear. Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. The noise are phase shifted, so they can pass through solid matter if they want to. Symphogear emit a frequency that tunes noise in the vicinity so that they can be affected by attacks. Balal is the Hebrew word for confusion, which Babel in the Tower of Babel is derived from. So the curse of Balal is the curse of confusion. Yeah, I feel like we've actually read this comment
I was
before.
waiting to say that.
I think we've done this before. We've done a repeat.
We've done a
Or
repeat. I was literally thinking, phase shifted. I don't think we've seen that before. Wait, is this deja vu?
so please refer to previous episodes for that comment, but it's always good to read again and get the refresher. Still appreciate the comment, everybody. Olub23 says, "In my defense, when I listed characters by color in episode 8, you guys were still having a little trouble remembering the characters by name.
Still
But
are.
still are. Still appreciate it. But read Solomon and his Cane, a group of books that are supposedly written by Solomon, but is not considered authentic or biblical canon by either Jewish people or Christians. The Testament of Solomon, the Key of Solomon, etc., claim that Solomon was given the power to command demons with a ring that was given to him by God, via the Archangel Michael.
Angel.
Yeah. And use them to build his temple. These books and the claims that they make are one of the main foundations of Western occultism and demonology, and that transferred over in Symphogear as the ability to command the noise. Oh yeah, no, it's a fun well of stuff to dip into for sure. Where it's like slightly more familiar, weird stuff for us because I mean we've been exposed to like some of it. But also over here, I mean, it's like it's the stuff that people immediately react poorly to in the wrong circles. So it's like, okay, so we got to toe the line where we want to do the fun, interesting things, but also we can't upset the people who would be upset by it. What do we do? Go to Japan, where they don't care. What do you think, Theta?
Sorry, I hung up on the thought that you said you got exposed to stuff at church.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm gonna have to go ahead and measure my words even further than before. Uh, But no, I think like the Solomon and all of his like powers are like are is stuff that I'm not super familiar with. Like I haven't like heard of those before. But no, this is cool stuff to figure out
Solomon
and
was a
learn.
jerk.
Yeah. Uh
Solomon fell in love with a woman
mhm.
that he saw bathing from his palace window. Found
Mhm.
out she was married, uh, and the man she was married to was a soldier in his army. So he sent the man out on basically a suicide mission to
Mhm.
die, so that he could then marry that man's wife.
Right. And then I think he doesn't die. He actually comes back successful,
Don't
if I
remember that
recall
part.
right.
Don't remember that part. I
Um
just remember the part where he married a dead man's wife.
I mean, I'm trying to remember my Veggie Tales here. That's how deep I'm going back here. Um, we should go ahead and cover that next. If you want to see us review the Bible and react to it, go ahead and post a comment down below. Uh, so I suppose with all that covered, let's go ahead and see what happened last time on Those Who Long for the End, Those Who Challenge the End, Episode 3. A week following the incident, and Hibiki is still concerned over what Shirabe said, will Tsubasa and Chris, who had enrolled in the academy, help with preparations for an upcoming school festival. Later that night, Hibiki, Tsubasa, and Chris are sent to infiltrate an abandoned hospital filled with noise, affected by a gas that decreases their sync with Symphogears. Dr. Veer soon appears, revealing his stolen Solomon cane for himself and is working with the enemy. As Chris starts to become affected by the feedback on her Symphogear attacks, Veer plans to unleash an experimental new creature known as Nephilim onto the city, forcing Tsubasa to chase after it. Before Tsubasa can destroy the Nephilim, Maria appears before her once again, and Veer announcing her to be the reincarnation of Fine, which we basically had already guessed at.
I mean, it's all very uh, it's all very surface level. Like
hmm
the doctor who turned out to be evil, we said, "Hey, that guy was evil" in the first episode, and it was more of a surprise that they were like escorting him to a train than it was than he wasn't the bad guy. And I mean,
Right.
Nephilim is just another term for a type of demon. So
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
not very surprising that the Symphogear people who have their basis in
Western
Christian,
occultism.
I would say Christian mythology, which I guess is technically the same thing.
hmm
I guess in that
Um,
way represent the angels.
but if I'm remembering right, my vibe from last time was that the Dr. Veer and Maria and her group aren't exactly on the same wavelength. Like, are you getting that same
Well,
feeling?
Dr. Veer represents the U.S. military because he
hmm
was doesn't represent. He was working for the U.S. military when their base was attacked, obviously because of him. And Maria and her group are basically the daughters of Fine. So it's
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you're saying they're opposed, and I'm saying I'm not don't see it.
I I'm not sure they're necessarily opposed, but they aren't exactly in sync. Like I feel like the two of them could diverge on what they want and probably still work together to attack the Symphogear group here. At some point, they will diverge with one of them being defeated and the other one popping up with an even more evil plot to take over the world.
Sorry,
That's like my vibe.
you said in sync, and now I'm just matching in sync and Symphogear outfits.
Well, it is the music anime, so we're gonna get the boy band next.
Well, I mean, we haven't seen Pop yet, right?
hmm True, true.
Because I mean, I don't think country exists anywhere outside the U.S.
You could probably still get like folk guitar in like anywhere you go.
Right, right. That's not country. That's folk guitar. I'm sorry. I guess you're right. Jazz is also very prevalent in America.
But at the same, yeah, I gotta get those jazz hands out.
That's what you were giving
Jazz
me,
actually
right?
seems more likely, though. You are right. If if we got a country Symphogear who pops out of nowhere with cowboy boots and a cowboy hat, and then starts like doing some square dancing to fight the noise, I I don't know what I'll do. I'll eat my pillow. I don't know. I'll go crazy.
I
Okay.
mean, obviously they would do a lasso thing. They'd be jumping back and forth from inside of a lasso.
They'd have to. It's contractual at that point. You're right. I don't know why I didn't think of it. So, I guess before we get to Symphogear Cowgirl, uh,
That's
we sh-
probably a hentai.
oh god, it probably is. Before we get to the reacting to hentai, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below to feed the algorithm. Tell them all that if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and cut, as well as some early access stuff, you can check it out over on the Patreon. It's just $5 a month, but no pressure. It's all supports the channel just a little bit extra. Here we go. As anime as possible, Maria.
フィーネだと
終わりを意味する名は我々組織の象
Oh, I
徴であり
forgot.
彼女の二つ
I
I
の
mean,
forgot.
you literally don't have to tell us who Fine is. We know.
Fine means the
あな
end,
たに
did
目
you
覚ま
know?
し 最短したフィーネです。
I think I still prefer the original Fine.
Oh yeah, no, I think we had a lot of fun with the original Fine. Which really makes me wonder, what are they going to do with this one?
Well, I mean, they can't hide her anymore, so it's not going to be a whole arc of, hey, I think the Doctor is evil. Now it's just maybe they'll do the reverse. Hey, I think the evil singer is actually good.
I'm trying to think of, like, what do you do for, like, the worst anime? What do you do for,
Wait,
like, an
wait,
absolute
Griff,
anticlimax?
interrupt you here. What do
Sure.
you do with a problem like Maria?
Alright,
You musical lovers out there.
so if I were to write a complete anticlimax, I would suddenly shift, like, half a season of the show to, like, a pair of geneticists just trying to cure Fine in the human race, like, taking it out of the genome. It's like, alright, so you know how they go beat up Fine like every other week, right? Well, we've been developing this vaccine here. It's a retrograde virus, actually.
You'd have to infect everybody on Earth.
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, that's just why you start the vaccinations and all. And then we go straight to the Q conspiracy arc. And thus, we create the worst anime ever to exist on the face of the planet.
Look, to prevent Fine, all we gotta do is wear our masks.
But look, the human population, they're not wearing masks. We can't get them to, except with a song. That's a good shot. Everybody in a control room, hyper serious, lights off, and then on the screen, an anime figure standing on top of a sword, cool as possible. Hell yeah.
またしても戦士文明期の亡霊が今に生きる俺たちの前に立ちはだかるのか。俺たちはまた戦わなければいけないのか。涼子君。
Again, Ryoko was her own person who turned into Fine. Same way Maria is her own person who turned into Fine.
In a way, he's still the closest person to Fine in the present.
No, he's the closest person to Ryoko. You're not following me.
だってあの時涼子さんが胸の歌を信じなさい
And then she turned to stone from my face.
リインカーネーション。
遺伝子にフィーネの刻印を持つ者を魂の器とし永遠の刹那に存在し続ける輪廻転生システムそんなじゃあアーティストだったマリアさんは
さて、それは自分も知りたいところですね。
Very helpful, thanks.
ネフィリムを死守できたのは良好だけどこの盤面次の一手を決めあぐねるわね
Yeah, Maria here still has to, like, explain or, like, talk it out a little bit to everybody.
Nope.
But that ain't what she's about. We're getting sword action.
甘く見ないでもらおうか
甘くなど見ていない
I mean, if she were really like a fully reincarnated Fine, she could beat any of these people one-on-one.
True, true. But she also dodged while standing on a sword. Without moving her feet. So, I think she can do it. I'm convinced.
だからこうして私は全力で戦って
Yo!
I guess
Alright.
technically, previous Ryoko had like 3 armors or whatever. And this one just has the Shroud of Gungnir.
この
The villain is singing now. Hell yeah. Okay.
They have to.
Sure.
I mean, Ryoko sang too.
Yeah, everyone in Symphogears is doing this all the time.
It's like we're in season 2, episode 4, and you're pointing out the basic mechanics of the show, Griff.
It's the imagery that we're getting at. That's what I like.
God, this song sounds so familiar for some reason.
They all kind of follow like a bit of a similar cadence and kind of theme.
No, so
They're
to a different anime. It sounds.
oh okay.
このままでは先行機能に支障があります。
翼マニアを振り払うんだ
Oh wait, they're in the sub. I'm so stupid.
Agreed. They're breakdance fighting.
Singing, breakdancing, fighting all of it at once. You know, maybe the flourish slowed you down there a little bit.
最初にもらったのが効いてるんだ
I was say, you remember you have ranged weapons?
Right, well, they're trying to keep, like, Dr. Beer from disappearing on him, which, to be fair, he's thinking about it every second.
The other two girls coming back?
Yup.
Look at my balls!
That's what I need in an anime like this. Not only does the anime go super hard, the youngsters also just go memeing as soon as they appear on screen. That's what I need. The wheel.
I mean, her power set has to be my favorite. It's metal. It's basically Metal Man from Mega Man.
No, definitely. It's fun. I still love Chris. And literally firing missiles and guns, but Metal Man powers are good. She just slided. She just slided in on Heelys.
助けたのはあなたのためじゃない
いやこれは手厳しい。
くそったね適合係数の低下で体がまともに動きゃしねえでも一体どこから
The invisible thing, you know, where the Nephilim
交戦地点
disappeared
周辺の
to.
索敵を徹底するんだ
Yeah, they haven't quite figured that out yet.
Well, they threw the Nephilim into the air, and it fizzled away into invisibility. So clearly, there's an invisible thing.
俺たちの持ち得ぬ異端技術
Heretical technology. Oh, we're going to the Empire here.
No, you mentioned heretical technology before. I feel like you're lagging behind, Griff.
こちらの一撃に合わせるなんてこの剣可愛くない。少しずつだがギアの出力が戻っている。いけるか。
Here we go, the tide's turning.
ギアが重い。適合係数が低下しています。ネフィリムはもう回収済みです。戻りなさい。次元式ではここまでなの。まさか奏と同じリンカーを。
New information.
Oh no, yeah.
We didn't know Kanade was using drugs.
あなたたちは一体何を正義では守れないものを守るために
Cool VTOL though. Well, I do like the fact that our villains are like clearly well funded and have plenty of technology and resources. I honestly would have loved it if they just stayed in the back of a van for like an entire season or something. Well, this is new.
Just fire now!
Yeah,
Just
just fire
fire
anyway.
straight.
We're clearly... It's not that maneuverable, we swear.
I mean, unless it's like a homing thing and you weren't actually centered on it. If that was like a bullet,
これもまた
it was going to gun right there. It would have been right there.
戦勝人の機能解析の過程で手に入れたステルステクノロジ
Well, at the
ー。
very least, it answers what the
私
hanging
たち
things
のアド
are
バンテージ
in
は
the
大きく
opening.
ても同時に儚く脆い。
There you go, someone who thinks and is like practical and tactical. And is also dying of tuberculosis.
儚く脆いものは他にもあるのだから。
Well, honestly, Dr. Veer deserves this.
連中にアジトを抑えられたら計画実行までどこに身を潜めればいいんですか。
おやめなさい。こんなことをしたって何も変わらないのだから。
胸くそ
It'll make me feel better.
驚きましたよ。謝罪の機会すらくれないのですから。
虎の子を守りきれたのがもっけの幸い。とはいえ、アジトを抑えられた今、ネフィリムに与える餌がないのが我々にとって大きな痛手です。
今はおとなしくしててもいつまたお腹を空かせて暴れ出すかわからない。
It's just a sleeping puppy, it's fine.
すべての策を失ったわけではありません。
One of you two must die for it.
Now he's looking at the drug thing again.
無事かお前たち
If the Nephilim comes running out the gate
Nephilim.
later on singing, I'ma laugh.
It doesn't have to.
It needs to have the cowboy hat.
We've already seen it use powers.
通じないなら通じ合うまでぶつけてみろ。言葉より強いもの知らぬお前たちではあるまい。
言ってること全然わかりません。
You trained with him for like a whole week and got a montage. You know exactly what he's about.
では
Still working on those noodles, huh?
米国政府に所属していた科学者たちによって
How many episodes?
正しくは米国連邦生物研究機関 FIS の一部職員が盗撮を離れ暴走した集団ということらしい。
ソロモンの杖とともに行方知れずとなり、そして再び現れたウェル博士も FIS 所属の研究者の一人。
こいつはあくまでも噂だが FIS ってのは日本政府の情報開示以前より存在しているとのことだ。
つまり米国と通謀していた彼女がフィーネが由来となる研究機関
I mean, any organization founded by Fine could literally be as old as humanity. The Illuminati was founded by Fine.
It makes it funnier that one Fine was literally thwarting another Fine. The entire time.
存外周到に仕組まれているのかもしれないな。
いびきミクどうしたの？
That balloon was oddly still.
もうすぐ
It's just not a very windy day, you know?
もうそんな時間だっけ？行こう。きっと楽しいよ。ありがとう、ミク。
There we go. Getting some time with the relationship here. They're spying. It's cool. Oh.
I mean, why not? It's good cover.
Yeah. They fit in perfectly.
There's only one person that knows what they look like.
さて、次なるは1年生トリオの挑戦者たち。優勝すれば生徒会権限の範疇で一つだけ望みが叶えられるのですが、彼女たちは果たして何を望むのか。もちろんアニソン同好会の設立です。私の野望も伝説も全てはそこから始まります。
We're gonna make so many AMVs.
これっぽっちもブレていません。
Yeah, I can support this club.
なんかもうどうにでもなれ。それでは熱唱してもらいましょう。テレビアニメ「まだこれからみたい。 電光掲示板太陽輝くその下で涙を流す人々の悲しみ背負って悪党退治燃えろ賢着電光掲示君から届いた110番
So,
We are
the
literally
song
watching
in an anime based
about
on a
an anime
song
within the
and
anime.
another anime.
Yes. An in-universe anime theme song. It's fun though.
Is it?
No, I like it.
I thought you were going to be answered because he's basically a cop.
まだフルコーラス歌ってない2番の歌詞が投げるのに
I mean, I was getting into it.
やっぱり響にはいつも笑っててほしい
That's right, laugh. Laugh at their
それが
failure.
一番響らしいもの
Nothing funnier than people trying
楽
and
しいで
failing.
すな何を食べても美味しいですよじ
They gave up on their spy mission, they're just enjoying the fair
何
now.
ですか調べ私たちの任務は学祭を全力で満喫することじゃないよ
No, I like that mission way more.
わかっ
Keep
て
it.
るですこれもまた
So, a
操作の
concerning thing here for me.
操作人間
My
同士
overlay
美味しいものに引き寄せられ
has
る
four
のです
colors to it.
学院内のうまいも
One
の
of them is
を完成
green.
させることが操作対象
Oh,
の
they're gonna
絞り
just
込み
blend right in, huh?
なのです
Well, one of these two is
う
green.
ん
The other one is a color
心
not
配
on
し
my
ないでも
spectrum.
大丈夫です
Ah,
この世に課せら
unfortunate.
れた使命は1秒だって忘れていないです
アジトを抑えられネフィリムを成長させるに必要な餌生異物のかけらもまたニカの手に落ちてしまったのは事実ですが本国の研究機関より持ち出したその数も残りわずか遠からず補給しなければなりませんでした
分かっているのなら対策もまた考えているということ？
対策などと大げさなことは考えていませんよ今時生異物のかけらなんてその辺にゴロゴロ転がっていますからね
まさかこのペンダントを食べさせるの
とんでもないこちらの貴重な
He's definitely thinking about doing it. He's gonna do
失わ
it.
せるわけにはいかないでしょう
だったら私が奴らの持っているシンフォギアを。
それはダメです絶対にダメマリアが力を使うたびフィーネの魂がより強く目覚めてしまう
So,
それはマリアの魂を塗りつぶしてしまうということ
I mean, I guess this is them telling us how this works, but
Yeah, no, I'm glad they did it.
だとしたらどうします
at the same time, would it be so bad to get more Fine?
私たちの戦いです
Not for us, but for them, yeah, no, definitely would
どう
be.
したものかですおキリちゃんカモネギ作戦の心の準備もできてないのにカモもネギもないですよ
It doesn't seem like a great plan to just jump Tsubasa.
They're trying to follow her, and they're just a bunch of kids being kids. And then Tsubasa has no idea.
I mean, Tsubasa's also a famous idol, so it's like not like there's no cover to this.
Mhm.
またしても雪音か。何をそんなに慌てて。
追われてるんださっきから連中の包囲網
Oh, this again.
ずつ狭められて
雪音も気づいていたか。宣告よりこちらを監視しているような視線を私も感じていたところだ。
気づかれていたですか見つけたゆきねさん
Ah, the fans, they're back.
Oh, those are the
まだ
schoolmates.
まだ時間がないの
Chris isn't a public singer like Tsubasa is, so Chris doesn't.
Oh,
have
yeah,
to-
you're right. She's getting bullied by classmates into helping.
雪音だ。私立リディアン音楽院2回生の雪音クリスだ。
Are these just the full ending credits now?
びっくりしちゃう。頑張って。誰かに手を差し伸べてもらって痛みとは違った痛みを知るモノクロームの未来予想図絵の具を探して
楽器の途中ですが、新しく編入してきた生徒を紹介します。
ゆきねクルスゆきねさん一緒に食べない
I mean, it's good to see her make friends, even though it's a weird thing to see her make friends.
She's being like the standoffish loner, of course, but everyone's still trying.
I mean, because they won't leave her alone. Same problem she had in season 1.
Yeah, that's just kind of Chris's curse, right? Everyone wants to keep paying attention to her.
一体どうしたんだ？
勝ち抜きステージでゆきねさんに歌ってほしいんですだからなんで私がだってゆきねさんすごく楽しそうに歌ってたから
I mean, this follows the Bochi problem, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love playing the guitar. Not in front of other people.
ゆきねは歌嫌いなのか？
No, I hate it. It's a curse.
I mean, look, if I could associate singing with being able to launch missiles anytime I want, I'd probably like singing a whole lot more too.
Alright, I'm gonna have to change favorite characters. The element...
She's becoming too mainstream now.
Basically, yeah, the element that made her my favorite character is being removed to make her a happy high school girl.
Oh, we can't have happy characters, not once.
You know what? I'm gonna say Fine, my favorite character.
That's also fair.
That also gives
Fine
me
is just a ton of fun.
Also gives me a broad sample size.
That's right. Oh, and it's the character that can never really die. You're always safe with them, Beta.
Well, no, I'll just see multiple characters die. I'm just defeating my own curse.
Main character won, who knew? What's their plan here?
Well, Chris can't launch into Symphogear mode on stage because nobody knows she's one of them. So, if these two girls don't do anything, Chris can't do anything. Chris can't do anything if these two girls do something. I guess, I mean, at the same time, her friends are out in the audience. They could wander off like Superman finding a phone booth. So
Right. I don't see them winning here, and I don't see them thinking that they're winning either. So I can only think like the primary thing happening here is a how can we ruin the heroes' lives kind of plan. Which, to be fair, for a couple of middle schoolers like them, would make sense.
Well, no, Griff, we know what their plan is.
I'm sorry, I don't think they fully stated it.
To steal a Symphogear.
Oh, right.
They did fully state it. We had a whole conversation about the one girl not turning into Fine more.
Sorry, I completely forgot about that one scene, like, towards the end. Once we start getting into the Chris singing, it, like, blew everything else out of my brain.
I know, you spent most of this episode restating facts that we'd already known about Symphogear. So...
Hey, it helps me remember. So what do you got to say about all of it, Theta? What do you think?
About what?
Anything.
Well, one would hope I was stating most of my thoughts as they were happening. So unless you have something specific that you want me to throw out there.
How do you think this is going to go down for them?
The thing I literally said when it was fading to black.
Sure, but what do you think the result will be? Do you think Chris will go ahead and have her relic taken away from her, thus meaning that she's permanently off the cast now that she's found
I
happiness? What do you think?
also said how I thought it would go down during all of that as well. I don't know where
I-
you're at, Griff.
I clearly must have missed that. So I guess if you go ahead and rewind and see what Theta said, 'cause it doesn't want to say anything.
Well,
Go ahead
hopefully they were paying more attention than you were and just heard what I said.
In that case, this is gonna be it for Stoneface Reaction for the day. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we'll catch you next time. See you around. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?